Found season 2, episode 12 was everything it needed to be. It gave me every answer that I needed from the past that made me want to wonder how did Gabby get Sir to begin with. And when I watched episode 12, it gave me all the answers I needed. It didn't give us too much, it didn't give us too little. It gave us what we needed to know. Like it it gave us what we needed to know, like they said from season 1 and season 2, how she kidnapped him. You feel me? It gave us everything we needed to know. As y'all know, I really love when Found do flashbacks. That is something they have been very consistent with this show. If anything, this show has been one of the most consistent shows I've ever watched. There's like no like plot holes or anything in this show. This is one of the most consistent shows I have ever watched. Found's flashbacks are so consistent that I love how they tell stories in a flashback. In season 1, they showed you flashbacks of when she was kidnapped. They showed you flashbacks what happened before she got kidnapped, and then in season 2 they showed you flashbacks of what happened after Gabby and Bella both escaped from Sir. Still showing him basically still stalking them, still trying to potentially kidnap Gabby again, again, again. And then in season 2, I mean, still in this season, still in this season, they show us the flashback that all the fans have been waiting for to see how it all happened. And I really love this episode. I'm gonna be the one to say it. I do not think I don't think that's Margaret's son. That is not Jamie. That seems like a completely imposter. It could be someone who just wants shelter and food, and this could be someone who has done this numerous of times, walk up to people at the bus station and claim that he's their son, or he like kind of like what Zeke said. This is someone who's been watching Margaret from afar and always seen her put up posters of her missing son. So he just knew what to say to her when she was at the bus station. But I definitely agree with Zeke. I think this is a completely imposter. Like I said, I feel like this guy has a history of walking up to people in the bus station, claiming he's this, claiming he's that, just to get a free meal or something. Because I don't think that's Margaret's son. And I feel so bad for Margaret because the loss of her son has like weighed down on her so bad that I know she don't think that's her son, because when they showed the tape at the bus station, she read him. She did her Margaret, reading where she's psyche and she can see what's really underneath people. She read him, so she know that's not her son. But she missed Jamie so much that she doesn't want to say this isn't her son. She misses her son being around. She missed the presence of her son. She missed the touch of her son, that she's willing to allow this imposter to feel like that's her son, even though it's not. I feel like everybody in MA know that ain't her son, especially Gabby and Don. They know that's not her son. You feel me? And I always said this. I feel like had they not made Don gay in the show, I definitely would have fucked with him and Gabby being a couple. Enough of Gabby and Trent. At this point, leave that as a friendship. I really, really feel like if they wanted to do a love story in the show, the love story would definitely would be between Gabby and Don. They have such good chemistry together. Not like love chemistry, but so respect and so much loyalty and love for each other. Y'all saw how Don was gonna make a whole fucking recording and say he was the one behind the kidnapping, just so Gabby could so she won't do no time in jail. You feel me? That's how much Don is willing to sacrifice his life for hers. That's how much he loved her. So I feel like if Don was not gay, I feel like him and Gabby would be the true love story of the show, because that's just how I feel. I feel like him and Gabby are, it's just so much love and respect for each other, and I really fuck with that vibe, because find motherfuckers who gonna really vouch for you and really be loyal to you is very, very hard these days. So it's like once you have it, please don't take it for granted, because that feeling for people sticking their neck out for you and being there for you is very rare nowadays. That shit is very hard to find in relationships and in friendships all around, period. But yeah, I don't think that's Margaret's son. I do not think that guy is Jamie at all. Not at all. And to know that the only reason why Gabby only kept Sir around for all those years was because he promised that he would help her find Jamie. So it was like when Margaret was giving Gabby all that shit for kidnapping Sir and keeping him hostage, she don't know the sacrifice that she made. And this is why I really love Shanoda Hampton as Gabby. Shanoda Hampton acted her ass off in this episode. I'm just gonna say that right now. When it came to her having panic attacks and disassociating her, like damn, what's the word I'm looking for? A defense mechanism. That's what I'm looking for. She has such a defense mechanism when it comes to like not acknowledging her feelings, to where now it became like a pro to her, because now she knows that she doesn't have to acknowledge her feelings. But I feel like no one really understands the sacrifice that she has made for MA. Like, no one understands the reason why she really kept Sir around. She kept Sir around for all those years just because, to help find Jamie. She kept that promise and she wanted to help find Jamie, but through him is when she wanted to find him. I thought this episode was really great. I thought Trent was stupid if he thought that Sir was really going to snitch on Gabby and say she did anything wrong. Sir wanted to be in Gabby's basement. He didn't want to go anywhere. I'm going to just keep it as that. He didn't want to go anywhere, so he did what he had to do. He wasn't going to snitch on Gabby, and I didn't really see her being locked up for a long time anyway. I knew she wasn't going to be in there for a long time because he was not going to snitch. And I don't see Sir being in jail for a long time either. I don't think he's going to be in there for a long time. Like I said, his accomplice or whoever is going to definitely get him out of there for him not to serve a sentence. I don't see him being in there for a long time. I really don't. And I think Trent is the idiot if he really thought he was going to snitch on Gabby, because there was no way in hell he was going to say she did anything wrong, because she didn't. Gabby did. Gabby kidnapping Sir, she gave him the biggest wish she wanted. He wanted to be close to her. That's it. He's like so in love with that woman that he, in a way, it's like sick and twisted. And what I mean is, like, you want to be her hostage so you could be close to her. That's just weird. Like, something is really wrong with Sir. It's, and I can't really blame him because he was abused as a child. So the word love is kind of different to him. He doesn't understand what that definition mean. He think everything he has done to Gabby is love, but it's not. If anything, he caused her so much pain. And in this episode, you really can see that, with her grieving her dad's death and feeling like he should be here. And because of what Sir did, it caused him to go down that dark path. I can't really blame Sir. You feel me? Like, his motives aren't evil or diabolical. He just wants to be with Gabby, and I think he would go at any lengths to be with her. Sir is very delusional, so I think he would go at any lengths to be with Gabby, even if that mean that if she kidnapped him to keep him in her basement, he would be completely okay with it because he's close to her. As you can see in the flashback, he was okay with it. Why do you think he kept like not wanting her to kill him? Because I don't think she would have killed him, because she's not a killer. But at the same time, he said what he needed to say for her to keep him in that basement, because he didn't want to go anywhere. You feel me? And now that he is somewhere where he's not close to her, he's definitely going to try to get out of there so he can be close to Gabby. You feel me? Like, he would go at any lengths for that woman because he's so in love with her in a sick and twisted way. And I can't blame him because he was abused as a child. And I feel like, I'm going to point this out. And one of the scenes in the episode where she asked him to get naked, I can't help but feel like, was Sir sexually touched by his mother? Because the idea of him getting naked in front of a woman really shook him up, to where it made me feel like, okay, did his mother do anything to him besides beat him? Was he sexually touched by his mother? Because when she told that man to strip, he just started shaking. It's like he was it's like he went somewhere, like it was a trigger. It's like he was in that it's like he was I can't really explain it, but it's like when she asked him to get naked, it was such a trigger to where it's like he was stalling, like, what I need to get naked for. Like she said, if I kill you, I need to burn your clothes and things like that, so there'll be no trace of you. You feel me? No evidence whatsoever. He got so shaken up saying that he think it was just completely inappropriate, and it's not pure, whatever she said. And she said she doesn't give a shit about him feeling uncomfortable, and if anything, the idea of him being uncomfortable really makes her feel good because of all the shit that he put her through. But I feel like in that moment, it made me feel like, okay, Sir had to be sexually touched by his mother or something, because the idea of him getting physically naked in front of a woman shook him up to his core, to where it's like, okay, he didn't got naked in front of a woman who he should not have got naked in front, to where it made him feel like he is uncomfortable when it comes to nakedness or sex or anything about that. You feel me? Because when you feel like, when you look at him and guy's relationship, I don't think it's anything that's a sex drive. It's more about love. You feel me? But I'm gonna get in this episode a 10 out of 10. Fawn is doing a big one. They've been doing a big one since they didn't came back from their winter break. They've been doing a big one. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to make this episode, do this review on Friday. It took me a minute to watch this episode because y'all know I be busy with work and things like that. But I'm going to try to be consistent with these reviews. Like I said, every Friday a Fawn review. Then the next day, literally after the episode. So yeah, I'm giving this episode a 10 out of 10. This episode was really great, fucking amazing. It definitely gave me all the answers I needed about the past, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode, and be prepared next Friday for the review. Love y'all. Oh, and today I will be doing my Cobra Kai season 6 part 2 review. I got so much shit to say, so much shit that I loved about part 2. I can't wait. Catch y'all in my review.